Hey everybody, Juan here with SOAZ Off-Road. I'm going to start this video off by apologizing. The last year I've been so excited doing all these cool trails and stuff that I totally forgot to update you on the Patagonias. I updated you at 5,000 miles and now I have over 20,000 miles on these tires and I have not told you guys what's up, so stay tuned and I will give you an update on these Patagonias. Alright, thanks everybody. It's been a fun year, and you've probably seen some of the videos that we've been doing, some of the trails we've done, and some of the things I've done to these tires. So they have been tested thoroughly, and in some ways they've done really well, and in some ways they haven't. So I'm going to show you some of the problems that I've had with the tires. I'll show you some of the ones that are holding up pretty well and the ones that are not so much. Let's start with the good stuff. These tires, like I said, 20,000 miles. So take a look here. There's still a lot of tread left on them. For an off-road tire, that's pretty impressive at 20,000 miles. The tread is kind of wearing a little bit. You can see a little bit of chunks, tiny little pieces missing. I mean, for the hard off-roaded tire, that's not too bad. And I've compared these to like the Coopers on some other Jeeps, not wheeling quite as hard as me, and they're pretty comparable to even those in that respect, at least with most of the tires on the Jeep. This is probably one of the better ones. In fact, 3 of them, this one, I mean, I've been rotating them every 5,000 miles, 5-tire rotation, but this one and 2 of the other ones that are on the Jeep right now are about the same. So I won't show you all of them. So you get a pretty good idea looking at this tire that, you know, there's little chunks missing in here and there. But if I count all the runs I've been on, I'd have to give you a better number. But just to give you an idea, I've done most of the runs that our club has done in the last year, and we did 110 runs last year. Some of it wasn't hard, some of it was. And anyway, I'll show you some of the other problems here. This may be kind of difficult just because I got all this gear on my Jeep. This Jeep obviously gets used a lot. I mean, there's like trees and stuff stuck in it. And I'll show you the footage from actually when I did this. This tire was damaged in Moab on Steel Bender, particularly doing the Dragon's Tail obstacle, going up it, and I'll splice a clip into that here to show you what I mean. But going up that obstacle, I mean, I really did a number on this tire. I completely ripped off a whole chunk of tread here and here as well. It's kind of hidden by my Rock Slide Engineering jerry can holder, but you can see there, I mean, it's just totally pulled the tread off the tire.
Straighten it out. Hit it, hit it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Keep going.
Keep in mind that that was some pretty rough shit, but these tires will tear apart under stress, and by that what I mean is I was aired down to probably like 15 psi, and these tires were flexing and grabbing, holding almost the entire weight of the Jeep on that one corner, and this was the result. All in all, it's to be expected, I guess, but just so you guys are aware, that is a thing that does happen. Now this is something I'll show you. I don't have actual footage of me doing this to the tire, but this is just from this weekend. And again, when I damaged that tire, it was right here. So I guess I'm hard on my driver's rear tire. Maybe that's normal for most people who off-road, but I don't know if you can see from here kind of what I'm going to show you already. Same thing that kind of happened back there, and I actually saw this happening when I did it. This makes a neat noise while you're going down the road if you roll the windows down, by the way. And look at a little piece, I didn't even notice that before, coming off right there. So this was a rocky ledge and a wash. I was aired down to I think 12, and when I caught the ledge I actually looked right out the window, right at the tire, and it flexed probably to half the width of this tire. I mean, it was bent to the point where I thought I was going to break the bead, which I'll give you a positive note on that too. I have not broken the bead on these tires once and all the things that I've done. And I mean, this thing grabbed a hold of that rock and it jumped over it. I mean, it got me over it no problem, but this was the result. Another thing I'll show you here is you look at my rims. This will give you an idea. This is just from one weekend, because every time, I don't know how good you can see it in the video, but every time I do this to my rims, I actually color them back in so they're not obviously, you know, pieces of metal fall off, obviously messed up. So you can see just the evidence right here that I'm not bullshitting you when I tell you that I'm putting these tires through the ringer. Same thing on this wheel and same thing on all the others. So either I really suck at off-roading, or I'm really putting these things through hell. You be the judge. Okay, so my opinion on these tires, pros and cons. The good thing about these tires is they really perform off-road. They grip really well. They flex really well. They do not come off the bead. And they're just great off the road tires. Some of the cons, I would say, is they're probably a little louder than most mud terrains, at least in my experience, like the Coopers or even my KM2s, which I absolutely hated because they sucked off-road, but they were quieter, brand new by far, than the Patagonias. The other cons I would say is they're probably not going to last as long. It used to be a price point kind of thing with them. When I put these tires on my Jeep, I paid $207 a piece for them. So I was able to get 5 tires for about $1,200 installed. Right now, as of today, I looked into it and they were, the cheapest I could find them was $245 a piece. Keep in mind also that sometimes they do go on sale. I saw them probably 3 months ago on Amazon for 161 bucks, and I'm kicking myself for not buying 2 new tires at that point and just putting them in the rotation. So what I'm going to end up doing, I think, just because right now I am waiting for some new control arms and I don't want to spend too much money on tires, so I'm going to take this tire and the spare, and I'm going to replace 2 tires and take the 2 tires that I take off of the Jeep and I'm going to put them on the Bat. So real quick before I go, guys, if you have any questions, ask me in the comments and I'll try and answer them, or send me a message through YouTube, or you can message me on Instagram. It's SOAZ off is the Instagram handle. One thing I want to say before I go, I do recommend, if you buy this, the Milestar Patagonia tires, and you heavily off-road like I do, to get the certs if you go to Discount Tire. Again, I'm not plugging Discount Tire, but they do have the certifications and they do cover off-road damage, tire failure. They're not going to be able to say that the tire is supposed to tear apart like that flapping tread that I showed you guys earlier. So I do recommend you get it, because I paid $207 a piece. $40 for a cert. I mean, do the math, that's 80 bucks for 2 tires. I'm saving money. At the time when I bought them, I was like, if I screw one up, I'll just bite 207 bucks. But seems like that was a bad idea at this point. So yeah, I do heavily recommend that you do that certification, because I mean this tire is, I mean, here's the wear mark. This tire is still good with 20,000 miles on it, and you know, now I got 2 tires that are torn up like that. I could have got for an $80 fee. So I'm gonna buy 2 more tires to replace these 2 bad ones and keep running the Patagonias for now, and then I'm gonna get the certs when I get those 2 tires, so if something happens, hopefully, cross fingers, I can get them replaced. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. I need more subscribers. The more the merrier. Again, if you have any questions, shoot me a comment and I'll do my best to answer them. Peace out. See you guys later.